Okay, folks, so we are going to make a quick video going over the syllabus for EC 102, Basic Economics. All right, so I've got the syllabus done. It's loaded into Blackboard, and let me just go through it. All right, so I've got it loaded up here. So we are in Summer Session D 2023. This is an online course, so we are not having any meetings. That's the main thing. There's no meetings. There's not Zoom meetings. There's not in person. This is online, asynchronous entirely. You're going to want to use the Blackboard LMS for basically everything, right? Get your textbook, get into Blackboard. That's all you need. All right, my name's Josh Keck. There's an About Me video on Blackboard, and I think I sent that out in an announcement maybe. This is my cell phone, so over the summer, I'm not going to be in the office. I will be at home, so please call my cell or text me if you need anything. And if you do contact me over cell phone, or email for that matter, let me know which class you're in, because I have 5 classes over the summer and 3 of them are economics. So there's basic econ, then micro, and then macro. And so just tell me what class you're in. All right, there's my email. Normally I would be in room 243, but like I said, over the summer, I'll be at home. I don't have any office hours, but you can schedule a call anytime you need to. The textbook is Survey of Economics, 9th edition, and I sent a video out about textbooks. You should be able to find that one fairly inexpensive, I hope. You're gonna need an internet access, obviously. You might still be able to rent a laptop if you don't have one through the help desk. Now, our learning outcomes for this class, I'll let you read through that. It's just getting into the economics verbiage. As far as our general education learning outcomes, we're going to be checking a few of the boxes here. Critical thinking is a core component of any study of economics. Okay, cultural intelligence, what we're talking about here is we're going to be looking at how does the economy in different countries work? How do we make economic decisions as consumers, right? We all have very different financial ability, and so we make different decisions based on how much money we have and what our level of scarcity is, right? And so being able to empathize with different consumer groups is important, right? So cultural intelligence is definitely a part of the economic study. And then the last one here, numerical literacy. Economics can get a little mathy. There's some graphs, there's some production costs we're going to look at. So at Mount West, this is something that you guys probably don't need to worry about right now, but when you go to graduate, you're going to have to make this general education portfolio, which is basically 5 of your things that you've done in class and how those 5 things check these boxes on these general education outcomes. These are things that any graduate, regardless of program, should be able to do by graduating at Mount West. And if you have that diploma, it means you can communicate and think critically and, understand these things. So what that means for you really at this stage is, because I'm assuming this is your first year or at least you're not graduating yet, just save everything that you work on. I don't know that anything in this class is going to check these boxes. These are really things that your general education classes are going to be helping you with, like your English class, your math, your biology. Those classes are really geared toward this. All right. Assessment. We are going to have we're going to have chapter quizzes, homework assignments, some extra credit built in, and exams. That is the assessment for this class. And so I did not put a full grading detail on here, but I might put that somewhere else. I just didn't do it, but it's a 10-point grading scale. As far as due dates are concerned, so let me back off of this for a second. Here's the thing with due dates. This is an 8-week summer class, which means that it's pretty fast, right? It's twice the fast of your normal rate. Dates are extremely important, but in an 8-week class, in any online class, it can be pretty easy to get behind, right? I'm going to give you a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. That's what you signed up for. That being said, I understand most of my students are non-traditional students, that life gets in the way and you've got kids and family issues and work issues. So you may not be the perfect student for 8 weeks, and that's totally fine. Due dates are meant to help you stay on track and get work done on a timely and regular routine fashion, but they are not meant to prevent you from submitting your work. Okay. Don't just say, well, I'm past the due date, I'm not going to submit this, or I'm not going to do this assignment. That's not the purpose of due dates. I will accept late work. I will be happy to accept late work, and I will not penalize that work itself. That being said, there will be a penalty if you do this frequently, if you're missing a lot of dates. Well, we have an attendance policy, and in an online class, attendance means you are completing assignments on time, that you're providing, substantive work on a regular, routine, weekly basis. And so if I start to see that you're not getting assignments on time, like that's going to count against you in attendance, which could have implications for financial aid. So you do want to be careful. You do want to submit on time, but you have the leniency in the background, like know that I'll still accept your work even if it's late. Okay. So just be aware of that. Now back to, here we go. Now makeup policy, there's not really a makeup policy in the sense that this is an online class, so you're going to be able to just do the work whenever. Additional course information, that's just something about, like I just said, with doing substantive work. I'm going to try to grade things fast, especially here over the summer. I've got 5 of these 8-week courses, so I'm going to be grading. So I'll be trying to stay on top of that. Here is your course schedule. So you're going to want to study this a little bit. The way this works is I've got it broken down into weeks. So week 1 is all shaded here together, week 2 together, week 3, week 4. And you're not going to do like 1 module per week. That's how I would normally do it in a 16-week semester, but this is an 8-week semester, so you're going to do 2 modules per week. Interesting how that math works, right? But there's not actually 16 modules. There's 14 modules total. So some of those weeks, like week 6 here and week 8, you'll just do 1 module that week. But you're also going to have your second exam in week 6 and your final exam in week 8. And so they balance each other out as far as the workload goes. So just pay really, really close attention to the schedule, follow it. The due dates, everything is Sunday by midnight, except for the last week, which is a Friday, because that's when the class ends, right? But here are the assignments. There's some discussion board things as well. And the discussion board is really just introducing yourself to the class, and I might throw some extra stuff in the discussion board. You never know. I've not traditionally used it very much, but I'm interested in doing more with the discussion board as I teach more online classes. Okay, so all of these questions and the quizzes, it's all within Blackboard. The questions themselves, there's going to be a little Word document that you can download from Blackboard, and you can just fill out that Word document. So you don't have to know like what page is question 6 on. It's not important. It's in that Word doc. So just follow the Word doc. Exam due dates, you can see here when those are. There's going to be 3 exams. Now, this one might seem like a lot, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever. Chapter 7, 8, and 9, I'm just having you do excerpts, not the entire chapter. So just be aware of that. It's not as bad as it seems when you look at all these chapters. It's 7, 8, 9, and 7, 8, and 9 are just pieces. So I'm going to ask you guys to do a midterm course evaluation. Those can be anonymous. That's just internal for me, for my benefit, to let me know how things are going, if I'm doing a good job, if you want me to change anything. That's what that's about. And then the official course evaluation at the end is something you'll do for the class that the institution puts together, right? Mount West asks you these questions, not me. And I'll eventually get those results, but they take a little while. So this is just for me to get some feedback from you halfway into the class so I know if things are going well. All right, so study that. The rest of the syllabus is just institutional information, which is basically the same for every class, for every syllabus. You can read over that. It's got stuff about the help desk, about the laptop program, attendance policies, academic support, student services, on and on and on and on. And it's good to kind of do a once over, but it's not something that I am going to worry too much about for this video. All right, so speaking of life commitments getting in the way, I've got a newborn, so I totally understand if you guys run into issues where you're like, I didn't get my stuff done on time, I have childcare issues and all that stuff. I totally understand. Now, let's see here. I was going to go into Blackboard. Do I still have it open? There we go. Now, I've still got to copy my course over, but we are EC 102. Once you've gone through the syllabus, just make sure you've worked your way through this course information page. This is going to have your introduction to the course, what the learning outcomes are. There's an About Me video there. There's my contact information. There's the PDF of the syllabus. And there's a video walking you through my Blackboard setup. And finally, there is the discussion board link for your introductions to the rest of the class. So just get to know each other a little bit there. Once you've gotten through all of that, you can come back up to the course materials and you are ready to jump into module 1. And those are laid out fairly consistently across the class. So I'm going to be working on some videos over the summer. I'll try to do as many as I can so that there's less reading and more watching, but that is a very time-consuming thing. So I will do my best, take as many videos as I can to make this a little easier and a little more engaging for you guys. But this being an online class, it's like you're going to spend a lot of time in your textbook. So, all right, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. My cell, 304-654-0075. My email, kek11@mctc.edu. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.